Hello, third graders. This is Unit 3, Human Body Systems and Senses, and we are on Lesson 9, which is our last lesson, our last read aloud for this unit. Okay, and this is called A Clean Bill of Health. So we're going to learn what that means. Some vocabulary words that you will hear throughout the lesson. Delicate is an adjective. It describes a noun. Easily broken or damaged. Diet is a noun. The usual food and drink taken in by a living thing. Miraculously is an adverb, so it describes a verb amazingly, incredibly. Posture is a noun. It's the way in which someone holds or carries his or her body. And wiring is a noun. It's a system or network of wires that carries electricity from one place to another. Right, here are systems of the body. We've talked about the skeletal system, the muscular system, the nervous system. We've touched a little bit on the digestive system, the excretory system, the circulatory system, and the respiratory system, but we focus mainly on the first three and our sensory organs. So, the phrase a clean bill of health, what does that mean? An idiom is an expression whose meaning goes beyond the literal meaning of its individual words. Right? So, literal means it's exactly what you say. If you say that is red, then it is red. If you say that you are so hungry you could eat a horse, then you would actually mean that you would really eat a horse. But figurative language, and this idioms is part of figurative language, means it's just a literary tool. All right, it doesn't actually happen. It's just a way of describing something. Idioms have been passed down orally or quoted in literature and other printed texts. Idioms often use figurative language, meaning that what is stated is not literally taking place. It's important to help you guys understand the difference between literal meanings of words and implied or figurative meanings. So the title of today's read aloud is A Clean Bill of Health. Say that with me, a clean bill of health. Have you ever heard this saying before? What do you think the word bill means in this idiom? The word bill is used here not like a bill your parents have to pay at a restaurant or a doctor's visit. The way bill is used here means an official document or a certificate that is provided by a medical doctor. What is health and what does it mean to be healthy? Right? Your body's doing what it's supposed to, right? Having a clean bill of health means that a doctor has examined you and has told you that your body is working properly and that you are healthy. About 100 years ago, before a ship could leave its port and enter a new one in a different city, it had to have a clean bill of health, an actual piece of paper certificate saying that the place where the ship came from had no record of diseases. If the ship did not have the document saying it came from a port with a clean bill of health, it was not allowed to enter into the new port. So this would be kind of a clean bill of health, like if you got sick now and went to the doctor and they said you couldn't come back to school till you had a clean bill of health. And then the doctor could send a note to school, and that would be your clean bill of health. But in a more general sense, the phrase a clean bill of health can refer to anything that is free of any faults or defaults. So it doesn't even have to be a body, a person. If you have an older computer but is free of computer viruses and still functions well, you can say that your computer has a clean bill of health. There's nothing wrong with it. So you'll be hearing this phrase throughout the read aloud. Try to find other opportunities to use this idiom today. How could you use a clean bill of health? Today is our last day together. Dr. Wellbody is here to help us review some of what you've learned about the human body. Take it away, Dr. Wellbody. Hello, everyone. It's so nice to see you again. When Ricardo and I talked last night, I said that I hope that you had learned how to take care of your body so that your pediatricians could give you a clean bill of health. Does anyone know what I mean by a clean bill of health? It's just another way of saying that you're healthy. If someone examines you and finds nothing wrong, they will give you a clean bill of health. It's important to know how to keep your bodies healthy, so I will talk to you about that too. Humans are mammals. What do you know about mammals? All mammals are warm-blooded animals that grow body hair, produce milk for their young, and have brains and backbones. You have brains and backbones, so you are also vertebrates. All mammals are vertebrates, but are all mammals alike? Cats and dogs, foxes and sheep, whales and seals? What makes you different from all of them? That's a question I'd like for you to think about as we review what you know about humans. Humans have cells, tiny microscopic units that are the building blocks of their bodies. Similar cells group together to form tissues. Tissues form organs, and organs build systems. Remember that nerve cells become nerve tissue, which is what the organs in the nervous system are made of, whereas muscular cells become muscle tissue, which is made what muscles are made of. All of the systems working together form a complicated, interconnected network. Do other mammals have cells, tissues, organs, and systems? Yes. Cells are the basic building blocks of all living things, including all other mammals and plants too. Humans have many interconnected systems, including the circulatory system, the digestive system, the excretory system, the respiratory system, and the three that we talked about the most, the skeletal system, the muscular system, and the nervous system. Do all mammals have circulatory systems? Yes, blood travels through mammals' body. Do they have digestive systems? Yes, they eat and break down food. Do they have excretory systems? Yes, they sweat and urinate. Do they have respiratory systems? Yes, mammals breathe in air. Do mammals have skeletal systems? Yes, they have backbones. Do they have muscular systems? Yes, mammals run and jump or glide and swim, moving those bones, so they must have muscles. And do they have nervous systems? Yes, they react to their environment, so they must have nerves. Let's take a close look at your skeletal system. A closer look. Your skeletal system is made up of axle bones and appendicular bones, working together to give your body a sturdy framework for all the other systems. Your vertebrae are stacked in a column, forming your spine. Together with your protective skull and rib cage, they are your axle bones. Running down the center or axis of your body, your legs and arms are attached to your appendicular bones, the shoulder blades, and the pelvis. Can anyone remember what we call the point where two bones meet? Yes, it's called a joint. Some joints move, others don't, and some move just a little bit. And what's the name of the connective tissue that wraps around your joints to hold your bones together? Yes, they're ligaments. What can you do to give your skeletal system a clean bill of health? Diet is important, so diet's what you eat. Make sure that you eat enough foods with calcium to grow strong bones. Milk, broccoli, and dark leafy greens are good choices. Posture is important too. Make sure that you sit and stand up straight. Keep your back safe by bending your knees when you lift something heavy. Rope-like tissues called tendons attach your bones to muscles. These skeletal muscles give your bones mobility, allowing you to touch your toes or climb a mountain. Because we control our skeletal muscles, we call them voluntary muscles. There are other muscles that we cannot consciously control. What do we call them? Right, involuntary muscles. Smooth muscles are involuntary muscles. They contract and lengthen on their own, working day and night to complete their jobs. Who can give an example of a smooth muscle? Right, you can find smooth muscle in your intestines, in your stomach, and things like that. A third type of muscle is also involuntary. This is your body's most important type of muscle. It is a muscle that keeps you alive. Does anyone remember the name of the strong muscle that is found only in your heart? Yes, it is called cardiac muscle. It is important to keep all of your muscles, both voluntary and involuntary, healthy. What can you do to give your muscles a clean bill of health? Diet is important for muscles too. Muscles need protein found in eggs, meat, beans, and nuts. Exercise strengthens your muscles. Get all the exercise you can as a way of thanking your muscles for keeping you in constant motion. What system do we see here? Bum, bum, bum. It's a nervous system. Your nervous system is your body's command system, communicating with the rest of your body systems, telling them what to do. It works closely with your skeletal and muscular systems. Your skeletal muscles move your skeletal bones, but your muscles get their commands from messages sent by the nervous system. A network of nerves links your bones and spinal cord to muscles and sensory organs all over your body. Nerves collect messages from your brain, from your senses, and from other places inside your body. Many messages can be sent at the same time as electrical impulses dash around your body in split-second relays. Your nervous system, with your brain acting as its main commander, controls everything you do. Your nervous system is like an electrical system. Electrical wiring, whether in your house or in your body, can be shorted out if something goes wrong. So how can you prevent that? How can you give your nervous system a clean bill of health? It's no surprise that diet and exercise are just as important to your nervous system as they are to your other systems. Vitamins and minerals from healthy foods like fresh fruits and vegetables and protein from different foods are all important. Drinking lots of water helps too. Stay away from eating extra salty foods and from anything that is filled with too much sugar, such as soda. Apples and oranges are great substitutes. Be sure to get outside every day to play and be sure to get plenty of sleep. Your bodies are working very hard as they grow, and they need plenty of nourishment or food and rest to grow on. All we have left to review are your sensory organs, which include parts of your eyes and ears. Without these sensory organs, you could not hear me reading aloud, and you would not be able to see the images I'm showing you. In order to see, you need light. Your eyes see objects by seeing the light that bounces off those objects. Light passes through the cornea, the outer covering of your eye. Light rays are bent by the cornea before they pass through the pupil, the black dot at the center of your eye, to the lens and on to the retina at the back of your eye. A short optic nerve attached to the eyeball sends impulses to the brain, where the image is interpreted and you see it. People who do not have the benefit of particular sensory organs may have many other ways to get information about the world around them. A deaf student may be able to understand a read aloud if he or she knows how to read lips, that is, to watch the way a person's mouth moves when forming words. A blind student may read text by feeling braille, raised dots on paper, and may imagine pictures in his or her mind while the teacher is reading aloud. What can you do to give your eyes a clean bill of health? Your eyes already have some built-in protection. Eyelids, eyebrows, and eyelashes keep dust and sweat away. 2 deep sockets in your skull protect your eyeballs. But there are other things that you can do to prevent injury to your eyes. Never look directly at the sun. Avoid bright lights and smoky spaces. Give your eyes a rest, never sitting for too long in front of a computer or a television screen. Wear safety goggles to protect your eyes from damaging chemicals in pool water or chemicals in a science lab, and wear sunglasses to protect from the glare from sunlight shining off things such as polished surfaces or snow. Your eyes and ears often work together to make sense of your world. Your ears include the outer ear, those flaps we see on the outside of your head, and 2 other sections, the middle ear and the inner ear. both hidden inside your head. Your outer ear catches sound waves from the air and directs them through your ear canal to your eardrum. The eardrum vibrates and begins to move the bones of the middle ear. The hammer, anvil, and stirrup set off vibrations in the inner ear, causing the tiny hairs of the cochlea, a snail-shaped bony tube, to move. These hair cells produce nerve impulses, sending them along your auditory nerve to your brain. Your brain sorts everything out, and you miraculously hear sound. Your ears are delicate organs as well. So how can you give them a clean bill of health? Most important, keep the noise volume down. Ears can be damaged when sounds are too loud. Although it is important to keep your ears clean, you must never stick anything in them. Objects might get stuck or otherwise cause damage to the eardrum. Well, that brings us to the end of our time together. We've had lots of fun, and I hope you have too. We hope you've also learned a few things along the way. Here is one last riddle before we leave. I am probably the most important 3 pounds in your body. I help you think and reason. I control your movements as well as all your senses. I am the one organ that makes humans more advanced than other mammals. What am I? A brain. Remember to eat a balanced diet and exercise every day. Dr. Wellbody and I wish you all a clean bill of health at your next checkup. Bye for now. What are some things you can do to give your body a clean bill of health? You can eat a healthy balanced diet, and find time to exercise every day. Why is posture important for the skeletal system? It helps keep the spinal cord in good shape. Compare the nervous system to the electrical wiring of a house. Just like electricity runs through the entire house, the nervous system's electrical signals run through the entire interconnected structure of the body, sending messages and helping your body function. Explain why cells are called the building blocks of life. Cells are tiny structures that group together to form larger structures such as tissues and organs. All living things are made of cells. Lots of cells, different kinds of cells. They all go together like building blocks. What are some ways to give your delicate eyes and ears a clean bill of health? For your eyes, wear sunglasses and protective goggles, resting your eyes from computer and TV screens. Ears, not listening to music too loud, not sticking anything in them, keeping them clean. Our word for today is miraculously. In the read aloud, you heard that when sounds enter your ear, your brain sorts everything out and you miraculously hear sound. Say the word miraculously with me. Miraculously. When something happens miraculously, it is so amazing that it's almost as if it's happening by a miracle, or is in fact a miracle. Isn't it amazing that the sun miraculously rises every morning? What are some things that you think happen miraculously? What are some other things that your body does miraculously? I think it's pretty miraculous how we see things, right? How we see light bouncing off of things and how we see it upside down, but then our brain reads it right side up. That's pretty miraculous. All right, so we finished our last read aloud section for Unit 3. Good job, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one.